So Molly, what are your top tips for reaching passive candidates?
My top tips would be to make sure to reach out to your network of candidates on a regular basis. So that could be either like the network that you've built on LinkedIn, or like a network that you've got on your like recruitment database, and just make sure that you sort of check in every few months or so. And when you do this, make sure to take notes on what you've chatted about. So the next time that you talk, you can refer back to that and acknowledge their previous situation. This will kind of help to build up a more personal relationship with your candidates. So then when they eventually become like available and on the market, then you're probably going to be the first recruiter that they go to over other recruiters, because you've got that sort of solid foundation. And then probably another tip would be to make sure to post your jobs on your LinkedIn, especially, and really frequently, because this is where sort of you'll be able to reach all of your network and tell them about all the jobs that you've got going on at the minute. So even though some of the candidates might not be actively looking, they may see a job that spikes their interest and get in touch with you. So yeah, that's my two top tips. My question for you is, what is the best way to boost well-being among recruiters?
One of the major things is the perception of recruitment needs to improve. So if you think of perception of recruitment, you've got, first in, last out, hardest workers, generally the most successful. You've always got to be winning, and you think about, when you're selling the role, you talk to people, you say you need to be resilient, you need to be strong, you need to be positive. All of these types of things are all the basics of not sharing your feelings, showing that you're tough, and not letting other people see that, it's a tough job, you might be struggling. And that's generally been the perception of recruitment over the years. And I think that's the biggest thing that I think recruitment, owners and managers can change the whole atmosphere within a recruitment company, team, office. So things like one-to-ones, generally they're all about, did you hit your KPIs? Did you hit your target? How many placements did you make? So you really want to make one-to-ones about that person, make them feel comfortable that they can talk to you about maybe the problems that they're having, or what they're finding tough, or what help they need, rather than, have you done this? Have you done that? Did you hit that? Oh, great. If you haven't hit those, you're automatically going to be putting yourself under pressure and feeling maybe bad and feeling down. So they're the times, actually, rather than beating someone with a stick and saying, why haven't you hit this target? Dig a little deeper, and get to understand maybe why they're not hitting those targets, and why they might be why they might be struggling. And everybody's different, so treat everybody as an individual, and really get to know that sort of person, I think. And so that would be one of the major things that I would say from an overarching perspective: change the perception of recruitment, and change the perception of what you think you need to be like to be successful.